In the fast-paced world of technology, innovation is the name of the game. Every year, tech giants race to release the latest and greatest products, hoping to captivate consumers and dominate the market. But in 2016, one such innovation turned into a nightmare for one of the world's leading electronic companies, Samsung.
And there's now a lawsuit over an exploding smartphone.
Now to that stunning recall of Samsung's Galaxy Note 7.
The Galaxy Note 7 is dead.
The Diary of Money.
So we reduced the diameter of the S Pen tip by more than 50% to 0.7 millimeters. It made it more precise and sensitive to pressure. The sleekness of the Note 7 UX carries all the way through to the hardware itself, which comes in 4 stunning colors. You know, it's hard work making phones this good.
Samsung had high hopes for the Galaxy Note 7. Launched in August 2016, the smartphone was poised to set new standards in the industry. It boasted a sleek design, an iris scanner, and the ability to function as a mini computer with its powerful hardware. Samsung was confident that the Note 7 would outperform its competitors, including Apple's iPhone, which was also due for an update later that year. The initial response was overwhelmingly positive. Tech reviewers praised the device for its innovative features and impressive specifications. Pre-orders surged, and it seemed Samsung had another hit on its hands. But beneath the surface, a ticking time bomb was waiting to explode. Just weeks after the Note 7 hit the market, reports began to emerge of phones catching fire or exploding. At first, these incidents were dismissed as isolated cases, possibly caused by faulty chargers or mishandling by users. But, as more reports surfaced, it became clear that something was seriously wrong. The culprit was soon identified: the phone's battery. The Galaxy Note 7 was equipped with lithium-ion batteries, which are widely used in modern electronics due to their high energy density and long life. However, these batteries are also highly sensitive to manufacturing defects. In the case of the Note 7, the batteries were prone to overheating and, in some cases, exploding. The first confirmed incident occurred in South Korea, where a user reported that his Note 7 had burst into flames while charging overnight. Similar reports followed from the United States, Europe, and other parts of the world. In some cases, the explosions caused property damage and even injuries, creating a media frenzy around the exploding phone scandal.
He says he was charging his Samsung Galaxy 7 smartphone on the passenger seat.
Then I see a flames come up. And then from that, a bigger flames. And when I pull over, the flame just expand.
Samuels jumped out of his 2008 Hyundai Sonata while a passerby recorded this video with her smartphone.
And this is what's left of the 8-year-old vehicle. It is a burned out shell. Now, an employee of the towing company says the only spot that was not burned inside of the car was a small section in the back window. That's where Samuels kept his Bible.
Faced with growing concerns, Samsung had to act quickly. On September 2, 2016, the company announced a global recall of the Galaxy Note 7, citing battery defects as the cause of the problem. Samsung offered to replace the faulty phones with new ones, or provide refunds to customers who preferred to switch to a different model. The recall affected approximately 2.5 million units worldwide, making it one of the largest recalls in the history of the smartphone industry. Samsung's management hoped that this swift action would contain the damage and reassure consumers that the company was committed to their safety. However, the situation was far from under control. In the weeks following the recall, Samsung worked around the clock to manufacture replacement phones with batteries that were supposed to be safe. These new devices were shipped to customers who had returned their defective Note 7s, and Samsung assured the public that the issue had been resolved. But the nightmare was only just beginning. Soon after the replacement phones were distributed, reports started to surface that these devices were also overheating and, in some cases, catching fire. It became clear that the problem was not limited to a single batch of batteries or a minor manufacturing defect. It was a systemic issue that had not been fully addressed. On October 10, 2016, after weeks of growing panic and confusion, Samsung made the unprecedented decision to halt production of the Galaxy Note 7 entirely. The company urged all customers, including those who had received replacement phones, to power down their devices and return them immediately. The Note 7 was officially discontinued, and Samsung was left to deal with the fallout from one of the biggest product failures in tech history.
It's the worst
tech recall I've ever seen, and probably in recent memory. I don't think there's anything at this scale. So it's not simply that there's something wrong and faulty, we can adjust it or fix it or we'll send you a new one. It's just the whole thing is scrapped. There's no way that they can make a go of it. So that's the problem.
The financial impact of the Note 7 scandal was staggering. In total, the recall and discontinuation of the device cost Samsung an estimated $200 million. This figure includes the costs associated with manufacturing and distributing replacement phones, processing refunds, and dealing with the logistics of a global recall. But the direct financial losses were only part of the story. The scandal also had a significant impact on Samsung's brand and reputation. The company's stock price took a hit as investors reacted to the crisis, and analysts began to question whether Samsung could recover from such a major setback. Consumer trust in the brand was shaken, and many customers who had once been loyal to Samsung began to consider alternatives. The timing of the scandal couldn't have been worse. Apple was preparing to launch its new iPhone, and Samsung's failure with the Note 7 handed its rival a golden opportunity to capture market share. The competition in the smartphone industry is fierce, and Samsung's misstep gave its competitors an edge that would be difficult to overcome. For consumers, the Note 7 scandal was more than just a news story. It was a real-life safety concern. The fear of carrying a device that could potentially explode in their pockets or next to their beds at night led to widespread anxiety. Airlines began to ban the use of Galaxy Note 7 phones on flights, and some public places prohibited the device altogether. The recall process was also a source of frustration for many consumers. Some people experienced delays in receiving their replacement phones or refunds, while others were unsure whether their device was affected by the recall. Samsung's customer service teams were overwhelmed with inquiries, and the company faced criticism for how it handled the situation. In the end, the Note 7 debacle highlighted the importance of consumer safety in the tech industry. It served as a stark reminder that even the most advanced and innovative devices can pose risks if quality control is compromised. The scandal also underscored the need for companies to respond swiftly and transparently to product failures, as the consequences of mishandling such crises can be severe. The Note 7 was supposed to be Samsung's flagship product for 2016, competing directly with Apple's iPhone 7. The recall meant Samsung missed out on a lucrative holiday season and lost market share to its competitors. Samsung's share price fell by over 8% in the days following the recall, wiping out billions of dollars in market value. According to some estimates, the hit to Samsung's brand could have cost the company as much as $17 billion in lost future sales, as consumers opted for other brands. Samsung's response to the crisis, transparent communication, rigorous investigation, and a focus on rebuilding trust, helped the company recover and maintain its position as a global leader in technology. However, the Galaxy Note 7 will forever be a reminder of how a single product flaw can lead to an unprecedented financial and reputational catastrophe.
You know, it's hard work making phones this good.